Okay, I just lost you guys, so we're back. So we're gonna go ahead and peel the rest of our garlic. And just like that, our peel is off. And then I have one more I would like to peel, and we'll throw that in along with some onion. So if it doesn't come off all the way, just simply put it back in there and re-roll it. And voila. So we'll throw those in there also. And now we need to put our onion in. So let's cut the ends off of our onion. One of the things I'm going to show you tonight is a simple $2 product that some people actually already own and don't even realize uses that you can use this for, and you're not even using them. So it's our citrus peeler. Great for oranges, grapefruit, right? But this also peels and deveined shrimp, but we're going to take the outer layer off just like this, so that we don't have to stand here and peel the skin one little bitty piece at a time. So we take the opposite end and we just peel everything right off. So super easy and definitely worth the $2. $2. So it does so much. Now we simply are going to take half of it and we're going to throw it in to our blender. Now we're going to put our lid on. And then we're going to turn the dial until we get to heated puree. And then you'll see numbers that come up, and that is the desired heat that it's supposed to come to. And so you'll see that temperature rise and build as the Deluxe Cooking Blender is cooking. So let's go ahead and hit the start button. So we are going to have a little noise behind me, but that's no problem. I'm typically pretty loud, so you shouldn't have an issue hearing me. But you can hear it in the background going, and you can see it spinning, and it will take these little pause breaks while it's blending. What's really neat about our Deluxe Cooking Blender is the blade in the center of the pitcher is actually quad blade technology. There's 4 blades in one, and some of them are serrated, which is what allows it to cut up and cook that butternut squash or those sweet potatoes that have that much harder texture to them because of the blades we have. And our blades are not interchangeable. They're all in one, they're all in there, so you don't have to worry about changing the blades in and out while you're, if you're cooking different things. So while that's going, now we're going to move over here to Pampered Chef's pressure cooker that came out a year ago. It is what I would say similar to the Instapot, in my opinion. Of course, I think it's better. You do get more pre-settings with our quick cooker. You also get a guidebook with the quick cooker as well. But one of my favorite things to do in the quick cooker is pasta, because I don't have to leave it on the stovetop. I don't have to babysit it on the stovetop. I can put it in there. I can put it in there with sauces, and it cooks beautifully on the custom setting. And so with our quick cooker, we have a sear setting, which is also saute, a steam setting, a slow cook setting, and a proof setting. So it will proof bread. And then we also have the chicken and the beef and the pork, and we've got fish setting. We have a stew setting. We have white rice setting, brown rice setting. We have a whole grain setting. We have a bean setting. I love making homemade pinto beans in this thing. It takes 30 minutes, and you don't even have to soak the pinto beans first, which is amazing. And we have a stew chili setting, and we have a dessert setting. So it does do cheesecake in a fraction of the time than what you're probably used to. I love all of our accessories with the quick cooker. I can tell you that there is no other pressure cooker on the market that actually offers the number of accessories that Pampered Chef offers, and they just keep coming out with more. Now we have steamer baskets, we have ceramic pots, we have a springform pan, which I love to do a crustless quiche in. Takes about 16 minutes in the quick cooker. And then you can also, there's like deviled for hard-boiled eggs. You can steam those in the quick cooker. I don't personally eat them, but everyone I've talked to said it does a beautiful job on hard-boiled eggs. So check out our quick cooker. What I have in here right now already, it sings to you also when you open it. What I already have in here is just 1 pound of ground Italian sausage. It's not cooked yet. We're actually going to start cooking that now. So we're going to turn the dial. Pampered Chef makes everything so easy to sear. We're going to hit the start button. So that ground meat is going to start cooking, and we will be using our mix and chop this evening to break it up. If you don't own one of these, you have to. Plus, this is our free product offer this month for guest special. So you get to choose either the mix and chop, or you can choose a mix and scraper for free with an $80 purchase. And I've got some more specials I'm going to be telling you about a little later. So while this is starting to cook, we also need to chop our onion, and we need to chop our basil that's going to go into the meat. So we're going to be using our food processor. This is going to be great for guacamole, salsas, if you need to just chop some onion, if you need to chop bell pepper, pecans. It actually chops ice. That's how strong the blades are. So this is a really nice handy product to have around. I keep one in our travel trailer because it doesn't require electricity, so I can take it outside. I can travel with it. You can go camping with it. It's a 3-cup capacity, so it does quite a bit of stuff. At the holidays, this is my go-to thing for my celery and my onion. I tell all my customers this because I just don't like those vegetables, but I understand the importance of them. So I will almost pulverize it in this thing before I put it into my dressing mixture. That way I get the flavor, but I don't necessarily get the texture and that crunch, which is what I don't like about it. So we've got our fresh basil in here, and we are going to throw in the other half of the onion. So simple as that. And then I'm going to put the lid on, and we're going to just start chopping. So many of you probably remember our food chopper, right? It's been one of our longest running products, and it gets really loud, and it's the stress reliever, and you can do a little bit at a time, and you can do one thing at a time. So this, in my opinion, kind of trumps that, because you can still do one item, and you can do like the whole onion in less than 30 seconds, and you can do multiple items. So if you're doing salsa, if you're doing guacamole, chicken salad, egg salad, tuna salad, there's just so much that you can do in here. All right, so we are simply going to just start pumping the handle, and you'll see everything spin around and get nice and chopped fairly quickly, actually. And we're going to throw this in with our meat. So just like that, you can see how fast it cut fresh basil and the onion together. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in. Back to our handy mix-in scraper. By the way, these things do not melt. If you don't own a mix-in scraper, it's one of those things that you must start with from Pampered Chef. And it's already smelling delicious. And so we are going to add some of our same seasoning that's from the sauce in with the meat. Now, I do like using the ground Italian sausage, especially for my Italian dishes, because there's not a lot of fat in it, so there's no draining it, which is nice, because that means you get to skip a step with dinner prep, right? All right. Move some of this out of the way. So we're going to pick up our handy dandy mix and chop. And just like that. Now, what the mix and chop does is it makes the meat really nice and fine. So instead of using a spatula, maybe having chunkier meat in your spaghetti or your stroganoff or your tacos, this is going to make it really nice and fine. It's going to cook faster as well when it's in a smaller chunk. And I've also used my mix and chop to break up my avocados for guacamole. I've also used my mix and chop to do my mashed potatoes. I love using it for my mashed potatoes. And speaking of mashed potatoes, the quick cooker will actually make your mashed potatoes in 4 minutes. All you need for a basic rule of the quick cooker is you need 1 cup of fluid. That's it. You put the cup of fluid in there and then whatever else you're cooking. So I've done baked potatoes in 10 minutes. I've done 8 baked potatoes in this thing in 10 minutes. And I've done mashed sweet potatoes in 4 minutes. So the quick cooker is one of those items that can really change the way that you cook in your kitchen. It does have a delay start, so if you know that you've got to leave the house and you don't want it to start for 2 hours, you can set it to do that. And the other beauty of that it does is the fact that it will stay on a warming setting without overcooking your food, and it will stay on a warm setting up to 4 hours long. So you really can basically make this thing do whatever you want it to do. So we're going to just break up our meat again here. Now this may take about 9 minutes to ground this meat, depending on how much you're paying attention to it, right? And, excuse me. So these are 3 big power tools that I'm demoing for you guys. And so you can see just how you can really change your lifestyle in the kitchen, especially if you're looking for something to change the way you eat health-wise and you want fresher vegetables. And here's the deal. If you've got picky kids at home who don't like carrots or butternut squash or sweet potatoes, you can make a homemade sauce using all of that stuff so they get the vitamins and the minerals that they need. And you can puree it right here in this, and they won't even know it's in there. So you're giving them everything they need food-wise in just slipping it right past them. So I have just fallen in love with this blender. I use the quick cooker at least 3 times a week, if not more. One of my, like I said a while ago, one of my favorite things to do in it is pasta, because one, it's really quick, and I don't have to drain anything, and I don't have to stand over the stove top. So our meat is closer to getting done. And while that's finishing up the meat, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my stovetop to get my double burner grill pan preheated. I cannot wait to show you what this bad boy does. So we will turn it on. I'm going to turn on 2 different burners. Not to worry though. A lot of people, the biggest question is it still going to have even heat transfer? And the answer is yes, and that's because it's a titanium based pan. Titanium collects heat differently than aluminum does. It spreads it evenly, whereas aluminum, you'll get those hot spots. And y'all know what I'm talking about, because you've cooked in a skillet before where nothing's cooking on the outside and everything's cooking in the center. With Pampered Chef's cookware, you don't have that to worry about. Because of the titanium base, the heat, it grabs the heat and it spreads it evenly. So you have a much better cook with your cookware. And that is with our nonstick cookware. And it is now officially all dishwasher safe. Mind-blowing, right? Because how many times have you wanted to take your cookware and put it in the dishwasher, and it really has never truly been dishwasher safe? And now Pampered Chef has the technology to where our cookware is dishwasher safe. So I'm so glad it's here. Now, if those of you that are like, well, I don't really like non-stick cookware, I prefer stainless. Well, guess what? Our stainless steel cookware is now non-stick. All of it dishwasher safe, and all of it can be used with metal utensils. It's just mind-blowing the technology Pampered Chef has brought to our cookware. So, now I will say one of my very, very favorite pans or products, period, in this catalog is the double burner grill pan, and I have praised it for years because it is such a fast way of cooking. You can grill chicken breast in 6 minutes. You can do pork chops in 4 to 8 minutes, depending on the thickness. You can do steaks. We're gonna grill rolls. We're gonna grill cinnamon rolls as well. You can do omelets in here. You can do pizza in here. You can do wings. You can do grilled cheese sandwiches are fantastic in the grill pan. Because of the ridges here, they call it an air pocket. So it gives your food a crispier effect. It also helps separate that fat from your food if you are cooking something that's got a higher fat content in it. Now, I love to do bacon in here. I'll do breakfast sausage patties. I'll do sausage links as well. Hot dogs are fantastic in this grill pan. French toast is amazing in this grill pan. You have never ever had better French toast than the one that comes off of the grill pan. I can promise you that. So that's preheating, and now our meat is done. And so we just need to add in our pasta and our broth. We have nothing to drain, so I'm just making sure now that my meat is kind of nice and fine. So 1 bag of ziti pasta. Now you can pretty much use any pasta that you want. The rule with the pasta is you want to make sure the broth that you put over the pasta just goes to the very top of it. Not much over that, just right to the top of the pasta. Even that out. So now we need to turn this off of sear. We've got the pasta in. We're going to pour in our beef broth just until it's right on top of the pasta, like I said. That's going to be anywhere from 3 to 4 cups of broth, depending on the recipe that you're using. And obviously also depending on how much pasta you put in here. But typically it's right around 4 cups. And so I'm just kind of pushing the pasta down. There we go. And then we're going to put our lid on, and we're going to do a custom setting, because we do offer a custom setting as well. It's going to sing to you when you put the lid on. We hit the custom button right there, and then we're going to adjust the time, because it comes up with an automatic time of 30 minutes. So we hit time, and we're going to go down all the way to 5 minutes. So once it comes to pressure, our countdown will start, and then our pasta will be done. Now, you'll see once this here stops turning and the pressure's built, the little red button up here will be raised up, and the 5 minutes will start counting down. Now, once the 5 minutes is done, it automatically switches to the warm setting and starts counting up so that you know how long it's been warming. And the technology behind this stuff is amazing. You know, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but our parents used pressure cookers a lot growing up, and most of the time they were right there on the stove top. So being able to have this separate, lids on, back off on the counter, away from kids, you don't have to worry about it exploding. I know a lot of people have brought that up. And you just don't have to worry about that with ours. Our pressure release valve is way back here, but our button is up here. So you don't have to worry about burning yourself when you're trying to release the pressure either. So truly a great product. Also, these two products here, biggest reason why people host parties, because you can get them 50% off any month you have a party, and for the month of October, you can get either one of them 60% off. If you host a party in September, you can get the blender 60% off, but you always have 50% off products, and then of course, your free product as well. So definitely worth having the party. Now, we've got our pan nice and heated here. I've taken some Pillsbury Crescent rounds right there in the refrigerated section, and I have literally just taken them and I have flattened them out. So we're just gonna set them right here in the pan and let them start grilling, just like this. And we're also going to grill the cinnamon rolls at the exact same time. And that's what's nice about the double burner, is being able to do higher quantities of food or doing food all at the same time. So for example, fajitas, right? If you're cooking fajitas, then you want to do your vegetables and your meat all at the same time, you can with the double burner, and then your food's ready at the same time. It's very, very fast cooking. It's been a huge game changer for most people's kitchens. This is also another reason why people host parties. These are our biggest game changers. These are our power tools. You know, men have power tools in their garage. We need power tools in our kitchen, right, to make our life easier. So let's get this last cinnamon roll in here, and we're going to let them cook. Now, I am going to come over here while everything else is kind of cooking, and we're going to grate some cheese. This is the best cheese grater in the entire world. Very easy to use. This is mozzarella, and as you can see, just like that, look how easy that grates cheese. Very easy. It also easels. If you want to easel it over a plate, you can straddle it over the bowl. Also, dishwasher safe. It will also do potatoes. It will also do onions, carrots. So lots of things that you can use this grater for as well. So we're just going to have some cheese ready to go on top of our pasta, just like this. Now, I am going to also add some fresh Parmesan to it too. So I am using our microplane zester because it's also a fine grater. So you can use it for Romano, Parmesan, your harder cheeses. You can use it to zest, but you can also use it to shave chocolate if you want to. Ginger root, garlic works on here also. And so lots of uses for this. If you don't do a lot of fine grating, there's no point in spending $40 on something you're not going to use very often, whereas this will actually get the job done for you and be a little more budget friendly for you as well. There's not one thing I am showing you in this demo that I do not use on a regular basis in my own kitchen. I can promise you that one. If you have questions about any of this product or anything I'm demoing or just even anything that you see in the online catalog, please post your question. I want to get them answered because I am here to help people make their life easier in their kitchen. So we're going to keep an eye on our rolls here. Now this is our fish spatula, but I use it for everything in any skillet or my griddle or my grill pan. It's got some flexibility to it, but it's still nice and sturdy because it is stainless steel. And remember I said our cookware is metal utensil safe now, so I can use it in my grill pan. So let me just check the bottoms of our rolls here. They don't feel like they're ready to flip, but these will take about 6 or 7 minutes with about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So your stove, everyone's stove is different. So when you get your grill pan home, you're gonna have to obviously experiment with it a few times to see where your happy setting is for your stovetop and your grill pan when you're putting it over 2 different burners. Because I have a small burner in the back and I have the big burner in the front. And so that's why we preheat it. We give it time for the whole pan to get hot. And so we can put our food in there and it can just start cooking. Now when you're cooking meat, you're gonna wanna use the presses in conjunction. So you're gonna preheat presses in the pan. And when you put your chicken in, you put the press on top. It starts cooking the top of the chicken at the same time you're cooking the bottom of the chicken, allowing for a much faster cook time. Again, the last thing we want to do is stand in the kitchen for an hour cooking dinner, right? Exactly. So let me check on this one here. Okay. They are moving right along. As you can see, they are getting a little puffier, which means the dough is starting to rise, and we will be turning these in just a few minutes. Now, I do want to get what's going on top of our cinnamon rolls ready. So our cheese is grated. Now, we like to put sliced strawberries on top of our cinnamon rolls. It's a beautiful presentation, and if I'm being honest with you, my 9-year-old doesn't eat his cinnamon rolls any other way other than grilled, and he wants the sliced strawberries on top. So it's a very inexpensive way to do cinnamon rolls. You don't have to get your oven hot. I like doing the cinnamon rolls in here because I can get 2 cans. That's 16 cinnamon rolls in this one pan because I have 3 sons, I have a husband, I'm feeding an army, so I need to do 16 at one time. And it's about 10 minutes faster than it takes to cook them in the oven, which is really nice. So again, a much quicker fast time. And if you're trying to feed a really big crowd, it's a fast turnaround as well. Especially once this pan is hot, you just throw your next batch in and it takes just a few minutes to get them going. Excuse me. So some of these are looking a little puffier. Let's go ahead and check the bottom. Oh, we're getting more grill marks on there. It's very, very cool. All right, so we're going to use a very popular product called the Core & More. You have a melon baller at one end, or you can take the seeds out of a cucumber, and then we have this in here, which is going to take the tops out of strawberries, take your seeds out of jalapenos, sweet peppers, things like that. But look at this. How many times do you cut the top right off your strawberry and you waste part of it? And that just gets that stem right out of there. This is one of my most used products in my own kitchen. And then I'm going to show you another awesome product that I think everybody should own because it just saves a ton of time. And that's the whole point of this, is to make your life easier, to save you time in the kitchen. So here we go. We're going to use our quick slice. So this is going to be great for hard-boiled eggs. You can do it on grapes, bananas, cheese, strawberries, mushrooms, olives, the tomatoes. I use this all the time for tomatoes, especially when we're doing hamburgers or BLTs. I've used it to cut string cheese into little circles for our waffle puff pan. You can hot dogs if you need to. So there's just so much you can slice with this. It does have a serrated edge here, very sharp, so be careful. We're simply going to grab those strawberries, move it over to the base, and pop it down. So look at that. Just like that, I have the same width, sliced strawberries, ready to go on top of our cinnamon rolls. And I think we might be getting close to time to flip. So let's go ahead. Oh, yes. So if you look at the pan, you can see that one's got some nice grill marks on it. And let's get the next ones flipped. All right. Oh yeah, look at that one. Very, very fast cooking. Don't have to turn on the oven. I just made your life easier, or gave you an option to make your life easier, right? So, but this, between the blender and the quick cooker, and especially my grill pan, these are probably my 3 most used products. Now the blender's only been out since September 1st, so that's a newcomer to my kitchen. But it has definitely been getting a lot of use, especially with homemade jam. But I think my kids' teachers are loving it, so we'll keep it going. All right, let me check our cinnamon rolls here. Still cooking those. Getting there. All right, we're getting even closer here. So now you guys may not be able to see because you're sitting obviously in your living rooms, but right now my temperature says 156 degrees. So it's going to tell you the temperature as the temperature builds. Now if you think that's hot enough for you and you want to stop it, you're more than welcome to. Remember, everything we put in there was kind of, it wasn't really, really hard. We had some tomatoes that obviously had already been steamed. And then, of course, our onion and our basil. Now, one thing I am going to do right before it finishes is I'm going to add 1 last can of petite diced tomatoes. And I'm just going to leave them in there. I'm going to blend it for about 2 seconds just so that there's a little more texture to our sauce. You don't have to do that. You can leave it completely pureed, or you can add some texture at the end, blend it for a couple of seconds, and then bam, you're ready to go. And our cheese is ready. So while we're waiting on our food to finish, I told you guys about the benefits of hosting a party, and even if you can't host it in September or October, whether it's in person or online, I do online parties throughout the entire United States, because when you're on Facebook, you can party anywhere, right? And we'll do exactly this and promote your ordering link and get some people their product. If you want a cooking show, if you live within an hour of me and you would like to have a cooking show, just simply let me know. I'll get you on the books. This is the #1 selling season of the year because holiday shopping is coming up. So this is the best time to have a Pampered Chef party. Now, if you're watching me and you're like, hey, that looks kind of fun, you know, I do make money doing this. So, you know, if you're in your kitchen cooking anyway, turn your phone on, do a demo, might as well make some money while you're cooking your dinner. So if you're interested in just seeing how easy it is to be a consultant, whether it be a virtual consultant where all of your shows are done online, or a cooking show consultant, or a combination of the both, let me know as well. I would love to get you on the team and get you started, especially with the hot selling season coming up. So again, I hope you guys have taken some notes. Maybe you've got a sheet of paper sitting around, or you're making notes on your phone about all this product that you need to add to your kitchen. And let me check our cinnamon rolls and get those flipped as well. Now, usually you're going to want to preheat for about 5 minutes. So I don't think I let it preheat that long, but they are cooking and coming along just fine. Now, with bread products, you want to do about a medium heat. Look at those. Let's see. All right, let's check our rolls here. How pretty those things are turning out. Oh my goodness. Easy peasy to make. Just beautiful grill marks. Throw some homemade jam on those bad boys. And I think we got a winner chicken dinner, right? So, all right. We're gonna let all those finish up. We've got a beautiful platter here. Pampered Chef a couple years ago came out with new stoneware that is 100% glazed. So you can put this in the oven and cook on it. You can entertain on it, and then it goes in your dishwasher because it's 100% glazed. So if you are tired of all of your entertaining pieces looking like you don't know how to be an adult, just get some of our product. It's beautiful. We have several pieces. We have bowls, large bowl, medium bowl, small bowls, large platter, medium platter. We now have a chip and dip set. So much that you can do with these, and the convenience of them going into the oven and then entertaining with them and then straight into the dishwasher, again, is gonna make your life so much easier. Oh, our sauce is smelling good. We're at 167 now, so you can see it does build up fairly quickly. And let's get our platter over here by the stove so we can get ready to pull everything off. As our cinnamon rolls are ready. Show you guys what these look like. All right. Look at this. Look at these grill marks on this roll. Isn't it just beautiful? And we've got them on the other side as well. And it's done. So we're going to put those on the platter also. I am going to take some shaved Parmesan and put on top of the roll so we have some Parmesan bread. That's my plan with that. So put a little bit there while they're still hot. And then that cheese will end up melting. And now, I don't know if any of you guys can see here, we have 2 minutes left on our cook time, and then the pasta is done with the meat. And then when the sauce is done, we just simply pour the sauce on top of the pasta and the meat, add some cheese to the top, serve it with a roll, and voila, you're good to go. Look what I'm not doing. I'm not stirring something on a stovetop. Isn't that amazing? This is as close as you're gonna get to the Jetsons. A friend of mine who is a consultant said that, and I thought, that's exactly right. Hello, Jetsons, right? All right. These rolls just look beautiful. Now, the cinnamon rolls obviously breakfast, but can definitely be used as dessert as well. We do that at our house, and I do that at my shows. We make grilled cinnamon rolls with sliced strawberries and homemade whipped cream right there at the show for our dessert. Get a little more brown on that one there. That one looks really good. And some more Parmesan on top. And there's our quick cooker. It's done. Our pasta's done, our meat is done. And so now, since I'm in the middle of something, prime example, right? I can actually watch it start warming. So it automatically brought up warming, and then it'll start the count. But I'm gonna release the pressure. With pasta, that's what you wanna do. It is very specific when it says release pressure immediately or let the pressure release naturally. So that's the difference between a manual release, which is what I'm about to do, and then letting it release naturally. A lot of your meats, you're gonna wanna let it release naturally, but with pastas for sure, you wanna get that steam out of there so we don't overcook the pasta. All right. Again, our cinnamon rolls are finished. Look at that. All right, a little Parmesan on that last one. And then we take our sliced strawberries and we put them, now I'm not going to put them on all of them because I actually have a child that doesn't like the strawberries on there. We'll just simply place our strawberries here and over a few of them. Wait till you see this presentation. There we go. Now the icing that comes in the package, I just snipped the little end and we just drizzled. Super simple, super fast, easy. So all of our pressure is out of the quick cooker, so we can now safely take off the lid. Once you see this red button on top pop all the way back down, that means the pressure is out. So we will open just like this. We're going to give this a nice stir. Get that meat mixed in with the pasta. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually take your sauce and pour it right into here as well. And then you've got basically a one-pot meal. And now our deluxe cooking blender is at 183. All right, so we are basically done with the cooking portion of this. I will post a picture of the final product. This has probably just a few minutes left before the sauce is completely done. But what I am gonna do is when it comes off, I'm gonna pour it in to the quick cooker because the quick cooker will keep everything warm and we will serve it up with dinner. I'll take a picture of it and post it for sure. Now, remember what I said. You can get either the Mix and Chop or the small Mix and Scraper for free this month when you spend $80 in product. However, I like to do a little extra for my customers. If you spend $100 in product, I'm gonna add one of our rubs from our pantry section to your order completely free. So $80 gets you the Mix and Chop or the Mix and Scraper, and then a $100 order gets you that plus a rub that will come with your order as well. My name is Tennille Eubanks. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I hope I've shown you something that you could really use in your kitchen. If you go to shop and one of those prices pops out and your checkbook has a heart attack, don't. just call me. Let's do an online party. Let's do a cooking party. Let's get you that for 60% off or 50% off, and let's get you some free product. Let's spread the word, spread the joy. Let's make everybody's kitchen happy, just like mine. And I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you.